Bounty Hunters has 2 to 8 players racing to collect the most valuable monsters. Artipia Games provided this in exchange for an honest review. There are special rules for 2 players or for 5 or more. I'm going to focus on the 3 and 4 player game. Shuffle the monster cards, then place them face down into 3 equal piles. Shuffle the weapon and spell cards, then split them into even piles depending on the number of players. Give each player a face down pile. On your turn, you'll play a weapon and spell card. As you can guess, these cards will have weapons, spells, or a combination. The cards with the red X's in the corners are failed attacks and don't count when fulfilling a bounty. The wizard's staff is wild and can count as any icon. When playing cards, make sure everyone else can see them. Don't cover cards. Players will compare played weapon and spells to the monster card icons. If all shown icons are in play, reach out and slam that monster to claim it. The first correct player takes and puts the card face up nearby. If incorrect, take it and put it face down nearby. After a monster is claimed, draw a new one from its deck. The player that claimed the bounty leads the next round. If you need to draw from an emptied monster deck, the game ends. At the point shown in the top left of successful bounties, subtract 1 point for face-down failures. The player with the most points wins. Reveal weapons and spells and be the fastest to slam the monster with the matching icons. That's Whoosh Bounty Hunters. Whoosh Bounty Hunters' listed time of 10 minutes is pretty accurate. Including setup and takedown, our games average just over that. You might be able to squeeze in 2 or 3 players on a large coffee table. More than that should stick to dining tables. It's not a big game at all, but you need space to play those weapons and spells. You need to be able to match symbols quickly and reach out to slam down on a monster. Parents can help with scoring. I'd say kids as young as 5 could play this easily. Maybe younger if you leave on the combo cards, failed attacks, and wizard staff. In our 4th game of Whoosh Bounty Hunters, Mom started by messing up the very first capture attempt, and her game didn't really improve. Grandma captured her first card ever after being shut out in the game before. Unfortunately, it was also a failed attempt. She won the next turn, then Mom got one. Things looked up for them, right? Not exactly. Me and Dad had all but 4 of the remaining captured. Whoosh Bounty Hunters is so cute. My favorite monster is the blue bear/elk mix that's on the cover. It's even cuter than our cat Jenny. I would love stuffed animals of these. Thankfully, the graphic design is just as good and clean. Unlike Plus, which is a game I reviewed recently and will talk about again, you'll never be confused as to what symbols are out. Okay, there are those failed attacks, but I think those are a fun twist. They get in your way and force you to focus your mind, but aren't so frustrating that you're constantly messed up by them. And plus, mistakes cost you all your progress. Here, you just get -1 point for being wrong. Small penalties work so much better in light games. The box can be tossed into a backpack, but half of it is empty air. They could have made the box smaller so you could bring it with you easier. Still, this is a good game to bring along because of its size and how easy it is to teach gamers of all skill and experience levels. I have a sensory disorder and react really poorly to loud noises that surprise me. This game doesn't bother me because I expect the table slamming and yelling, but people more sensitive could have issues. Whoosh Bounty Hunters is not a strategy game where careful planning wins. It is a light, silly game for families and or game groups. If you like cute, frantic experiences with simple rules, you'll probably enjoy this. As you can imagine, it's better with more people. It's okay with 3 people, but I enjoyed our plays with 4 much more. I've talked about Plus a few times, and I recommend this over that game. It has some similarities to Isle of Monsters, an entry-level family game I love, but this is different enough for both to be in your collection.